And we're back.
So
So,
you're gonna
who
keep
saw
recording?
fucking AC/DC 2 weeks ago?
Man, you went to
Yeah,
see those dinosaurs?
fuck yeah.
I
Still,
kind of something.
You're gonna see Paul McCartney next?
fuck no.
Hell, I would, but I wouldn't
No,
want
not
to pay
me,
They,
dude.
$20
Fuck
for the
that.
ticket.
they just tour infrequently enough that I kind of forget until I see them that they're a good live band. Like they're so
Where did they play? What kind of
at the MCG, which is like a big sporting arena open air thing, which holds, when it's full of people for sport, it holds 100,000. So I'm not
Okay,
sure
so
how
yeah,
many.
that's what they
But I was
play when
like,
they tour here now. It's like
yeah.
giant. I think the last time was Dodger Stadium, and then it's like
Well, the one thing, I don't see a lot of these big shows, but for them in particular, and like I've spoken to friends who do go to bigger shows than me, and every single person is like, whoever mixes them live is a fucking genius, because the sound was perfect. Like it was loud as fuck, obviously, but it was so clear, and it's so clean. Like it's just, everything's just, there's nothing in between. Like it's just guitar into amp straight out of the PA. They don't fuck around with, a million effects and stuff like that. And Angus, yeah, he's not as quick around the stage as he was, but he's still pretty fucking good. And his playing is just phenomenal. He hasn't missed, a beat. He's incredible. And actually, Brian is singing the best he's ever sung since he's had his ears fixed up. Remember a few years ago he lost
yeah, I
his
thought he was done, huh?
Yeah,
hearing?
Axl Rose
Well,
joined the
well, I
band.
think now, because he can actually hear himself properly, he's singing heaps better. It was the best I've ever seen him sing all the Bon Scott stuff. And like they fucking opened with "If You Want Blood," so I was like, this is
Love it.
going to be awesome. And they played
Who's
Riff
the
Raff, which
second
is one of my favorites.
guitarist?
What's that, mate?
Who's the second guitarist now for
Stevie
ACD?
Stevie Young, who's Angus's nephew,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gotta keep it
and
in
he
the
actually
family.
uses Malcolm's guitar.
So what
And
about the drummer? Who's the drummer? Is it the original guy? Because he kind of got in trouble for like a
nah,
he caught
yeah,
placed a hit on somebody or something.
oh, he fucking went nuts. He lived in a little kingdom compound in New Zealand and got into ice and all this sort of shit and started hanging around with bikies and this crap. And he got a conviction for like drugs and also threatening somebody. And I think that's fucked up for him being able to tour with them, because some countries you can't get into. But
Right.
I noticed they got him back when I thought he was done to record that last record, Power Up. So they still keep it in house for that.
So they even have a new record, huh?
Well, that was 2 years ago.
I remember those Walmart exclusives that came out for a while there, like Black Ice and
Yeah. Well, Stevie's like, it's so funny. He's the younger nephew, but he actually looks older than Angus.
no way.
Yes, he does. And he was, apparently no one in America noticed in the late 80s when Malcolm was hitting the bottle a bit hard and did rehab. Stevie toured America with him on rhythm guitar, and hardly anyone knew. Anyway, that's my AC/DC story.
Yeah,
Sorry to bore
I
you,
saw
Glenn or Richie.
I saw ACDC 3 times, like in the early '80s. I think the last time was the Fly on the Wall tour,
Oh, that's a terrible record.
but it was a good tour, man. It was a good tour, but I don't need to see them again. They were excellent though. You know who the other band that was good back in that era was Judas Priest. Man, they were so good live.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I've
then
never seen them.
I saw Ozzy with Randy Rhoads. How great he is. It was boring, dude.
Too
I
many
don't know.
solos.
Well, yeah, I'm not into solos all that much, but
Yeah.
Ozzy doesn't really have the greatest personality, stage presence. He just stands there. It,
And he would
I
have
don't know.
been.
I found
I've
it kind
heard
of
stuff.
boring.
Yeah, but I love Ozzy and Black Sabbath, but I
Yeah, me
imagine
too.
he would have been singing like shit in the 80s because he was out of
He
his
actually
fucking
sang
gourd, man.
good. That's the
Oh,
weird
that's
thing about
amazing.
Ozzy. You can't
Uh,
understand when he talks, but then when he sings, you can understand every fucking word he's singing. You know, it's like he sang good, but then when he's talking in between, and then when the guitar solo's going, he's just standing there and he's like, it was boring, dude. I
he
know
was probably
I can see Cosmic's getting a little annoyed by that comment.
No, not at all. I was thinking that the albums from the '80s sounded great. Like Ultimate Sin was kind of a cool album. On the record, he sounded awesome. But you're kind of right, because every once in a while he'd step away or say something like, "On your feet, motherfuckers," and then he'd go back to walking around a little bit. I kind of agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
he doesn't have great stage presence.
And he loves us a lot. He says that a lot. I love you people.
Yeah. It's great to be here in Cleveland. What? Cleveland?
Wrong city, Oz.
Yeah.
I love that thing with when Spinal Tap, the first movie, come out. And Ozzy's actually pretty good sense of humor. He goes, I saw Spinal Tap and I thought it was like a documentary about my life on the road.
Yeah, it pretty much was.
I
'Cause
think
he
a
was
lot
like,
of fans probably thought that.
yeah, he like all that shit happened to him. He was saying,
Did you get the new Spinal Tap Record Store Day release?
of course not.
Oh,
I didn't.
how
I
about
haven't.
you? Did you guys go to Record Store Day?
No, sorry.
Yeah, no. I think it's losing some of its allure in the vinyl community.
I don't know. I just find it's now like all about the releases and not about the day of like where you'd hang out at an independent record store and they'd have bands on and you'd drink beer and have a good time. And now it's all about, oh, they got the exclusive this by blah, and it's, you know, it's become more about that, which
It's
not as
definitely
important.
gotten commercial.
Yeah, it was way more social. Like you'd go and you'd hang and
Yeah.
And now there's there's a fucking bus in Melbourne that, imagine the kind of dicks that would go on this bus and they hit all of the record stores around Melbourne.
Yeah.
Imagine the sort of people who'd be on that.
It seems like the target audience has changed from like 10, 15 years ago to now, you know? It's like
one of my local record stores, Planet Score, they go all out for every like celebration thing, man. They have free beer, they have DJs.
And you didn't go?
No. I just went to their 10-year.
What, were you in bed?
Huh?
You were in bed talking to Bill Young?
No, I did go to their 10-year anniversary, and that was fun as hell, man. They had 3 different DJs, big coolers of beer and other drinks and stuff. They were giving away like these punk fanzines and stuff. It was cool, man. It was a good time. I'm sure they went all out for Record Store Day. I've kind of reached my budget for records this go around, so I didn't go. I'm not going to stand in line just to be social and not buy any records.
And I reckon the actual, like, I don't know what it's like over there, but Record Store Day releases, like, for the same kind of thing, I suppose, and not, you know, like a single LP, it's like double the price for a brand new LP, which is not a Record Store Day release. They're so expensive.
Yeah. A lot of them are. When I was buying Record Store Day releases, a lot of the ones that I was buying were like in the $20 range, though, you know, like a Ramones release or this. But then some of the more mainstream artists, they're like charging $40 for a single record. And it's like, fuck that, dude. And
yeah, which is like $80, $90 over here.
my Vinyl Finds number 204. I showed a Record Store Day release that I bought. I think it came out this year, during the spring, and I got it for $12. So you don't overpay for that shit, dude. Eventually the prices come back down.
Yeah, they don't seem to hold their value as much. But
no.
Yeah, like I used to like when they would do things like that. Things that had been out of print for years, and they do a Record Store Day release of that. But then I feel like
records that are selling for thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
but see, they're going to they're going for a different crowd now. The 20-somethings, 30-somethings, and the
Jesus, what's going on, Cosmic?
The Selena Gomez's and all that kind of music. I see a lot of that kind of stuff being released.
I suppose you kind of gotta keep up with the younger people coming into record collectors like us that are 10 years from now they'll be looking for the records that came out now. That'll be, I don't know. I think you kind of gotta have to like market towards like the younger people to keep them. I mean, they're not always going to buy 60s and 70s albums, so I kind of can understand that part.
Well, I agree with that, but there's a lot of Record Store Day releases that don't sell, and these poor record shops are stuck with them. And
they can't return them anymore.
That's the problem. You can't return them. See, if they change that policy, if a record store they can't sell this, they could return them. I guarantee you, the releases would be better quality than what they are now.
Exactly.
But no, they'll go the zoetrope, and now they have the water filled or liquid filled records, and it's like those things are $100.
Really?
Yeah.
Just for some stuff inside a record.
Wow. Yeah, and the grooves are like really shallow, so it's gonna sound like a 1970s picture, dude.
And the zoetrope, is that the one that you put through your phone or some shit, and you get a three-dimensional? I don't know.
I guess so. They actually look kind of cool, but I guess there's an app on your phone, and it's
okay.
Whatever.
My phone's so old it'd probably start smoking if I tried to do something like that.